Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, everybody. I have a treat for you, a very special treat. For those of you who are on a journey with us, you would be very excited to see the man on the screen. You've met Senyo before. When he first came, he definitely broke down some huge barriers. Senyo says it as it is. Senyo puts it out the way it should be put. And so he's back. We're going to have a discussion about who you are. The question is, who are you? Who are you? What tells you who you are? Who confirms who you are? Is it the school you attended that makes it you? Is it the religion you have which makes you you? Is the you perceive the same as what other people perceive? Are you a bit delusional about who you are? Or are you bang on the money about your own identity? Are you overconfident? Somebody says he's Kofi. Right. So does Kofi actually describe who you are? Because I know a few things people say about Friday born boys. Is that identity you? Or is there something else that makes you you? Christy, hello, 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 everybody. Who are you? So I am going to pass you on to my guest. His name is Ferdinard Senyo Lawson. Senyo is one of those funny men, very young, but with an old person's CV. His credentials and his CVs belong to somebody maybe 4 times his age. But then you look at the credentials when you meet someone and you're like, where's the rest of the age? But there is a lot of wisdom and I am going to unleash him onto you today. So I introduce Ferdinand Senyo Lawson. Senyo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm very well. I'm just under the weather, but it is well.
It is definitely well.
It's been raining here in London, so you can see we are all indoors. We are all indoors, but still want to make impact out there. So yes, we are good. We are good, crowd.
Welcome.
And the question you posted, and who are you? Are we talking about self-discovery?
Yes,
Because
please.
yes. So, who are you? What are you? How are you? They ask all these questions. So praise God. I believe we're gonna start the ball rolling. You and I have discussed something behind the screen, and we're talking about the value of an individual's life. You know, there's a saying that your life is not measured by the duration of of how long you live on this earth, but the impact you make on society while you're on this earth. Your life or the value of your life is not measured by the duration of your lifespan, my God, but rather it is the lifespan you have in order to impact the world around you. So we are measured, or we are discovered, or we are identified by our impact on the life of society, on the people around us. We are not, our destiny is not in the things we wear, the clothes, the shoe, the cars, the hairdo, the spectacle, or whatever we think we are putting on. But rather, it is the life that we impact. We use our life to impact, to challenge, to transform, to make people to know that, yeah, we are on this planet there for a purpose. The Bible says something that before Jeremiah, the Bible says that before you were born, I knew you. Before you were actually came out, I have sanctified you. So before, hello, Akosia William, before you and I came into this life, God has already designed us to live a particular life for a purpose. That means we have a purpose to live. We have a mandate on us to live, to be able to impact the generation that is around us. But the question is, how do we know that we are able to do that without identifying who we are? When people ask, who are you, who are you, who are you, who are you, they're not talking about the shed, the house, the building, the wife, the husband, the concubine, the girlfriend, the slave queen, whatever you think you might have conquered. But it's actually, who are you? Who do you say you are? Who do you, when men think about something, can they attribute it to something positive? Jesus Christ in his ministry, he actually asked Peter and co that, listen, guys, that this, people have been saying that I am Ferdinand Lawson, I am Ferdinand Lawson, with all the attribute, with all the eloquence, with all the titles, and with all the awards. Yes, people know me by those things. But you, as Amma Mason, you, as those who are close to me, you who are watching me, or what do you think I am? Or what do you think I am? That's what Jesus Christ. I mean, we have an identity to live by. Our life is governed by an identity. Now, when we're talking about who you are, it's talking about who is or what is your identity. What can be identified, or what can you be identified with if your name is mentioned? If we mention Usain Bolt, Usain Bolt is attributed to 100 meters. I mean, he's an athlete who run 100 meters, 200 and 4x4. That is, he's the runner. He's an athlete. When we're talking about Joshua, I mean the boxer, he's Muhammad Ali. Let me be specific. When we talk about Muhammad Ali, we're not talking about Muhammad Ali as a footballer, but we are talking about Muhammad Ali as a boxer. Azuma Nelson as a boxer. Many people are out there doing things because that is what they've been attributed to. Now, if we ask you, what are you attributed to? That if you are able to find out what you are attributed to, that is what gives you the identification you need. If you're a thief, then you're a thief. If you're a kleptomania and you've been stealing people's money, then that is your identification. So when people ask you who are you, they're not asking you about your name. They're asking about what are you doing on this planet Earth? What is your purpose on this planet Earth? And you cannot know until you identify yourself, who you are, what you are, how are you, what are you doing. So what we do gives meaning to who we are, what we do, the impact we make, the people we influence. When we're talking about Nelson Mandela, we're talking about the ex-president Jerry John Lawrence. We're talking about a lot of people. Even when we're talking about this guy, George Floyd. What? I don't know. I've not seen him, but the fact that the name rings a bell in my mind, I know what is attributed to. Somebody may ask the question: why are we attributing him to Black Lives Matter? You may not know the reason, but the fact that you have been identified with Black Lives Matter, you know the source of this slogan. So my brother and my sister watching me this afternoon, when we're talking about self-discovery, what is self-discovery? It's a journey. Self-discovery is an individual journey to find who he or she is. It's a journey. Self-discovery is a journey. We're talking about discovery. You cannot know until you discover something. When we know the vaccine for coronavirus, COVID-19, then we can say that this is the medicine for COVID-19. So the world is on a journey to find out what can be used, or what can be given in the form of vaccination to vaccine the world against coronavirus. So if the same thing applies to us, if you want to know who you are, if you want the world to see who you are, you must first discover who you are. And sadly enough, the many people are working in this society or this world, not knowing the others. They know everybody. They know the president. They know the ex-president. They know who is coming in. They know who is going out. They are always interested in people's affairs, but they are not interested in their own personal discovery. My God. You see, you cannot do anything profitable or sensibly, or you cannot affect the community wisely or sensibly if you don't know who you are.
Hey, repeat that one.
You cannot effect, impact, influence the society without knowing who you are. Because when you get on a journey of self-discovery, You'll be able to know your temperament. That is where my brother comes in about emotional intelligence. It is when you discover yourself, you know what you can handle. You know what you cannot handle. You know what you can do, what you cannot do. Therefore, when people are pushing you to do something that you should know that I cannot do, you can't do it. You don't please people because you want to please them. You do what is expected of you because that is who you are and that is your identification. I don't go laying hand on hand, praying, saying prophesying to people that, oh, I see, that you are tied to a tree. I see fire coming. No, that is not my calling. That, even if I try, people will cast me on Facebook because they know me to be a teacher. They know me to be an evangelist. They know me to be a motivator. They know me to be somebody who just say that it is. So that is my identification. So when we're talking about self-discovery, it is your personal journey on way of discovering who you are, what you are, how you are, what you do, and why you do the things you do. You don't compare yourself with others. My God.
And the things you can't
don't compare yourself to others. You know the ministry in which you are. You don't compare your ministry to others because you know who you are. You know who you are. I know how will one discover themselves. I'm coming there. I'm coming the journey. We are getting there. You must first, when you know who you are, you don't expect people to validate you before you leave. You don't wait for people to approve you before you survive. You don't need people to clap for you before you do what is right. You are not at the detriment of people to clap for you before you survive. You look, when you know who you are and you know what you're expected to do, you stay in your lane, you do what you're expected to do, and do whatever they want to think of you. That is what they want to think. But you must know who you are. Know who you are. Realizing your potential, realizing your importance, realizing your capacity, discovering that, listen, this is the way I speak. I am not going to pretend to speak like an Englishman when I am an African. You don't pretend to be something you are not because you have taken the journey to know that this is who you are. My God. So it helps you to believe in your self-autonomy. You believe in yourself and have authenticity about yourself. You know who you are.
Hey.
You cannot be, if you can be anything to anybody without self-discovery. Anybody can call you anything because you don't know who you are. You don't know I salute you. If you don't know who you are, everybody will call you something and you believe it. But if you know who you are, you know when to say no, you know when to say yes. My God.
Hey.
Your calling. My God, yes. You see, when you know who you are, you walk in your passion, you walk in your purpose, you walk in your direction, you walk in your guidance. See, self-discovery helps you to have a principle about yourself. Self-discovery is deeper than what the spelling self-discovery. It helps you to discover who you are, discover to have a principle about life. You are not jumping from fire from fire to fire because everybody wants to see you here and there. Know who you are, know what you are walking into, know what you're embracing, know what you believe, and go out. You are not at the mercy and the detriment of those who don't like you. You stick to what you believe.
Senyo.
Praise God.
Hallelujah. Senyo, this afternoon, you started from a fire point. Hold on, you are throwing.
What else can I say? You want to know who you are. You cannot know me until you know yourself. Stop looking for people. Stop looking for approval from others and spend time on a journey to know yourself.
Hey!
That is why many relationships are broken down. Many lives are being destroyed. Many people are in marriage. They are waiting for their husband to give them the key to unlock their brain. When you have the key to your life.
Hey!
Come on.
Senyo.
Your life, the Bible says that before you were born, before you even met that man, before you even met that woman, before you even came out of your mother's womb, the Bible says that He, the Lord, knew you and ordained you to be a prophet. So you, as you came out from your mother's womb, you are already ordained by God to pursue the calling of God upon your life. Prophet, my fellow brother will understand, will believe what I'm saying. William, Nana, Ajay, you understand what I'm saying? You see, when you know who you are, you see, you become self-fulfilled and self-satisfied. You are not waiting for people to give you and water before you start drinking. You go out and look for what you need to do. If you want to go to study as a woman or as a man, don't wait for a man or a woman that you are married or coming into your life before you say, oh, please, I want to go and study. Will you allow me? I will slap you. Go and do it, because, you see, when you know who you are, you do everything to develop yourself, whether people like it or not. No wonder many people are walking around without self-development, personal development, nothing for the world to write home about. They are waiting, they are waiting on the prophet to tell them, show me the way. Show me. Listen, the prophet you are relying on himself needs to know himself. Many men of God, many people are in this world, they don't know who they are. No wonder they call them prophet, they call them this, and now society is broken because people don't know who they are. Lack of self-identification will make you a prey to the enemy. So if you don't know who you are, they'll call you Jane, you say yes, sir. They call you Amma, yes, sir. You are a boy, they're calling you Amma, you say yes, sir. Who are you? Self-discovery is one. It's self-discovery of oneself is actually uncovering. You are uncovering. You see, I'm covering something. So you uncover. Self-discovery is actually uncovering something that you are not. Your potential, your ability, your self-worth. Self-discovery. It's finding who you are, who you really is, the true nature of your personality. How can you allow a girlfriend into your house when you yourself, you don't know yourself, you don't know what you like, you don't know what taste you want, and then you allow just any person to come into your life? You have not known the person. Now I'm studying the person. Do you know yourself? No. Oh, I want to marry her because she look cute. No. Do you know yourself? No. Now come on, stop. Leave that girl alone. Because what you don't know, you abuse. If you don't know who you are and you don't know the person coming into your life, you have not uncovered yourself. You have not identified your passion. You have not identified your calling. You have not identified your vision. Is it self-discovery? Help you to identify, to uncover the vision for your life. It helps you. So somebody may ask the question, how do I, it is a journey. How do you travel? You want to go to Ghana. At the moment, you and I want to go to Ghana, but due to coronavirus, we can't go out. So if you want to discover whether to go to Ghana, you must make inquiry about the country. Have you made an inquiry about who you are? Have you sat down to take a map, to map yourself? Okay, I like talking, I like shouting, I like singing, I like doing this. You must discover who you like and what you like. And that people will come into your life and destroy your destiny. Many men and women are hanging themselves. They are committing suicide because people don't believe in them. Look, self-discovery is a platform that gives you the enablement to believe in yourself, whether people like it or not. You are not begging for people to believe you. You believe yourself.
Hey, Senyo.
You believe in your potential. You believe in your calling. You believe in your ministry. You believe in the job you want to do. Many people are doing some job, not because they love it, but because it's like, I have to do it because I have nothing to do. No. You must, when you are employed, when you are going for an interview, they ask you, who are you? What do you want? And how much do you want to be paid? You see, when you discover yourself, you know what you want in life. You don't just say, give me any money, pay me anything. Pay me anything. No wonder you are not going anywhere in life. You must be able to tell people who you are how much you want to be paid, and because you have spent time to discover who you are, your potential. Remember what I said. It's about uncovering your true personality and your interest, your passion. Yeah, I may not speak like Dr. Ajay, Nana J. Nana J will not speak like me. I will not speak like Nanama. Nanama will not speak like my wife. So everybody knows where they are in life. You are in your lane. You are not.
That's it. Shatawale song for you, isn't it? I know my level.
You know your level.
I know my level.
That song. You see,
Do you
when
know
you
your
know
level?
yourself, you stay in your level and you function in your level and
Hey.
you achieve at your level without being controlled by anybody.
Bam.
You are not proud. You are not arrogant, but you are confident in knowing who you are. Let them say what they want to say. People will only abuse you when you don't know who you are.
Hey.
If you don't know who you are, any man come into your life, you think that the man is a suitable person. No. Any woman that come into your life, you think that woman is your mission. Look, many men are wishing they could kill themselves because of the wrong marriage they found themselves in. But because of the system, you can't. So this is why it is very important that you embark on self-discovery. That you know that, listen, this is the type of lady I want. If the lady like a pot belly man, that is what he wants. That is what she wants. But you don't want a pot belly, so you go to the gym and get rid of the pot belly. If the woman or the man wants 30 children, give it to him, because that is what you want. Are you in agreement? Self-discovery, you come in agreement of your true identity. You marry to yourself. And you become one to yourself. And you know that, listen, this is what I stand for. Remember what I said. Self-discovery, it helps you to have a principle about your life.
Hey, Senyo, repeat it. Please repeat it. What did you just say?
I said self-discovery helps you to have a principle. You have a guideline. You work in principle. Your yes is your yes. Your no is your no. Whether people like it, whether they don't appreciate it, whether they don't see it, you are seeing who you are because you have discovered who you are. Remember that you are uncovered. This is my faith. I have uncovered my faith, and you can see who I really is.
Senyo.
That is why when you go to marriage, when you go to the marriage, they say, oh, unveil, 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 unveil. Now you can keep the bride. You can, no. Haven't you seen the bride before? So it is, when you know who you are, you know what you are capable of doing, what you are not capable of doing.
Senyo.
Self-discovery, I said, it's a big word like an ocean. Self-discovery is knowing who you really are, which motivates you to do the things you do.
Senyo, pause a little bit for me. And let's unpick some of these things. Because you know, sometimes when you throw fire so fast, some of us, it burns us and we don't quite pick.
I told you I'm ready for you.
I know you are ready for me, and I'm ready for you. So take your time, slow down for me, and let's unpick it. People, are you listening? If other people change your mind all the time, you don't know who you are. Write it down somewhere. If you always have to ask other people what they think before you make a decision, you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
If you waver on decision making and you change your mind constantly, you still don't know who you are. If your husband has to tell you what to do before you do it, sister, you are a child. You don't know who you are yet. If you need community to tell you what to do, if somebody has to tell you you are beautiful before you feel beautiful, sister, you are a child. You don't know who you are. By this age, you must be ugly but see beauty in your own ugliness. Then you are growing, sister. But the most important thing Senyo said for me today is that for your life to have any purpose, for your life to have any value, it has to affect other people beyond your nose. Yeah. Not just what you get on your table for yourself and your children to eat, but your life's value must be mandated beyond your immediate surroundings. Now, Senyo, that's a big problem for my head. Let's start from there. Take your
Yeah.
time. Unpick that.
So you see,
Me.
as I said, without self-discovery, there's nothing you can do to affect life positively.
Hey,
You just be moved to and fro. Anywhere the wind takes you, you are there. They take you to the north, you are there. You see, when you know who you are, my sister, even if you are dying and they tell you that come and let's go to Mokola for treatment, you will not go because you know that this is where you are. You don't move to and fro. Yeah, you don't move to and fro. People don't tell you, come to Kaswa when you have no business in Kaswa. Oh, let's go to London. London, what am I going to do in London? Oh, come, I'm just going to London. Follow me. Now, follow me where? To where? To afford to achieve what? You see, when you know who you are, you even know that not everywhere is not your place of destiny.
hey.
You don't go eating anything. You don't go, not every restaurant must be your restaurant. Because you know yourself. If you know that when you eat some food, you have diarrhea and you have running stomach, you don't follow people to go and eat some food out there because you know yourself. You don't pretend to satisfy everybody because you know that when you go there, you have a diarrhea. Why must you have a diarrhea? Because you want to make somebody happy.
Senyo,
Many people's lives are running like diarrhea. They have no substance. They have nothing to hold them. They are just losing their life everywhere, anytime. They are just anywhere. Listen, they have no purpose. They are not living purposeful life.
Senyo,
your purpose in life is determined by how much you have discovered yourself in order to walk in that guidance and the principles that you have set for yourself, my sister.
Senyo, as for today be today. Take your time. So listen, what you were saying there tells me that if I have to buy a car so people think I'm rich, I don't know myself.
No, you don't have to buy it. Do you need to buy it? Look, I'm driving a Ford Focus. I've been driving Ford Focus for the past 8 years. Now, I just changed my car about 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. Now, people have been telling, oh, man of God, you see, that's another thing too. You see, they'll clap for you. The same people now say, Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. Then 1 week later, they will tell you, crucify him, crucify him, crucify him. So when you know yourself and people are clapping for you, you can read in between the lines because not everybody clapping for you. They are actually clapping for you. They want to slap you, but they can't slap you. So they are demonstrating what they want to do for you or to you. What am I saying? This? If I've been driving Ford Focus for some time now, I know my children have told Daddy, let's drive four-wheeler, let's drive four-wheel, whatever. I know I cannot afford a four-wheel, but it's not about them. It's about me driving. I have my driving license, and this is what my salary level dictates that I can drive. I don't care whether you are driving you are in an aeroplane or you are driving Lamborghini or whatever. That is what you can afford. That is what I can afford. I stay in there and fulfill what I'm called to do. Period. Is it nobody, those who are asking you to buy those cars, they will not donate to you. They will not supply to you. They will not help you to finance it. But they want you to drive big car. Stay in your lane and drive the car you can drive. No wonder Chatawale said, I know my level. When you know your level, you know the car you can drive. Your finances determine the car you drive. Don't go and borrow money to buy a new car because somebody is waiting to clap for you. Listen, the same people sitting down there, they are the same people who criticize you that you have not been able to provide for your children.
Hello.
Why drive on the black road and when your children are hungry? Because you want to satisfy somebody. You are changing your suit. You are wearing 3 pieces in the hot weather because everybody is wearing 3 pieces suit in hot weather. So I'm going to wear some. Meanwhile, you are suffering. Do you know yourself? Do you know your interest? Do you know your value? Self-discovery determines your value in life.
Senyo,
you are value based on how much you have discovered yourself and how much you have added value to yourself. You see, your value that you added to yourself determines the value added placed on you. Through self-discovery.
Senyo, today you are going to give us nightmares, but slow down. Sister Lucy, you said you are interested. Excellent. I have put the webinar link up there. Senyo is in webinar with me next week. This is an interview, completely different from a webinar. When Senyo is delivering a webinar, I will not interrupt him. Senyo will just flow. Senyo will put information out there. It's self-discovery with Ferdinard, Senyo Lawson. It is happening next week on Tuesday, the 14th of July. It is happening at 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock British summer time, 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Whatever you guys, what time zones you have, please add and subtract and find the right zone. When you go to book, it will tell you exactly when in your local time. But listen, this man is actually throwing pure fire today. And I hope that those of you, whether you book onto the webinar or not, you maximize what you get here today. This is just a dress rehearsal for the webinar. So for those of you who want to see how Senyo is and how he talks and how he delivers, you have a taste. But when he comes in webinar, he is delivering a solid hour on his own, telling you, you will have your notebooks and you'll be writing and learning and be inspired. This one is an interview, so I interrupt him every now and again so I can put things in, I can interject things. But listen, Senyo.
All right. I'm here.
I've called you 3 times. Listen, some of the things you are actually spewing.
I call it 3 times.
I know some of the things you are spewing today, they are difficult. They are very difficult because they counter a lot of things that we know culturally. It goes counter to the flow of some of the logic we have grown with and we have accepted. So where we are from, we go and we ask the people, what do you think? And we think that's a good thing. And yes, asking people for opinions can be good, but some of us become slaves of opinion. A lot of us live because we want people to celebrate us. So we do what will make people celebrate us. They wanted me to wear nice wigs. I tried it. That day, I nearly went mad. Those wigs are hot. It is not for me. So I threw the wig away very quickly, and I realized that eventually they will get used to my hair. And believe you me, they have got used to my hair.
Yeah.
So basically, that day I threw out the wig was the day I discovered myself.
Sure.
Is that what you say?
Yeah. Yeah. Because remember what I said for my first definition of self-discovery. It's actually uncovering your true nature of who you are, your personality. Now, you don't like to wear wig, but others have forced it on you. And therefore, it's making you uncomfortable. See, that is what I'm saying, that life becomes uncomfortable for you when you don't discover who you are. Life becomes very uncomfortable. Life does not give you, I mean, remember what I've said before, the life will not give you what you deserve. Life will give you what you discover. You deserve to have wig, but you've discovered that, listen, wearing the wig is like me putting somebody's Brazilian hair on my head, which is not your true identity. So you see, your self-discovery actually helping you to unravel who you are. It's just like a book. You want to know, see, the proof of the book is what is reading it. So you open the book to discover what is in there. So self-discovery, somebody telling you go and get what do you call it, a weave on. Do you want to wear the wig? Do you want to wear the weave on? What do you want? Life is how you make it with the choices we have. And you have a choice to have the wig or to have the wave on, or you have the natural hair. As a matter of fact, me being a man, I love women with the natural hair. It doesn't matter whether they do it whatever style, as long as it's natural. Okay, so if that is what my taste is, or what I desire, what I admire, I am not going to force my wife to do something that I don't like.
But
if she is happy with what she's doing, with her body, with her hair, why not? Why
But
not?
if you don't buy wig, people will think you are poor.
No, are they the one going to pay for it? Now,
Eh.
this is the issue. Remember, self-discovery is self-questioning who you are. You are questioning, oh, who am I? I'm on this earth. The Bible says that it is appointed unto man one to that. I'm not going to go much on the Bible scriptures, but what I'm saying is we have been placed on this earth for a reason and a purpose. And the only way we can fulfill that purpose in life is to know who we are and what God has placed in our hand. If God has not placed 10,000 pounds in my hand, why would I go and buy a car of 11,000 or 10,000 pounds when I know that even my working salary, even my annual salary is not about 10,000 pounds or 10,000 Ghana? So you must live within your means. See, when you discover yourself, you discover your interest, you discover your level, you discover the amount of money you have in order to spend. You don't overspend what you don't even have.
Hey, say that again.
Don't spend on credit card because you want to go and make somebody happy. Is the
Oh,
person going to make you happy? You see, many people are working in life without knowing who they, even their self-esteem is very low because they think everybody must clap for them. Everybody must validate them. Everybody must approve of them before they do what is expected of them. This is why a lot of people are depressed. As a mentor, as a health worker, I can say that many people are working in depression because of lack of self-identification or self-identity. So somebody says, oh, look, somebody may not like to see this on me because it is whatever color it is, wine or whatever. They want me to wear blue, but this is what I want to wear. What's the problem? This is how I build my self-esteem. I know who I am. I value myself. I respect myself. I am happy. As long as I am happy and I'm not treading on your toe, I am not I'm not taking advantage of you, then I'm okay. You should be okay.
Senyo.
You want the brown lipstick on your lip? That is, do what will make you happy. People say that life is short and therefore be happy yourself. Self-discovery helps you to understand that you are not here forever and you are here for a purpose and you are here for a specific time. Do what you got to do within that time. Do it and build yourself up because self-satisfaction is never found in the mortuary or in the Tesco or in the Sainsbury's or in the supermarket. Self-satisfaction is found in self-discovery. Look, that you said the day you took off your the wig, you were happy. Listen, I am very happy, and the day I found out that I am born to be a blessing to society, my sister, I turned my shirt away and said, God, I have found it. You see, when you discover who you are and you know, hey, so all this while, this is so much I have within me. Somebody that was born and never spoke until the age of 10, and now God can give me word, and by the grace of God, I have published 14 books in competition with a white man in white man country, doing the same thing the white man is doing. Listen, if you know who you are, your race, your color, your teeth, your eye, your brown, whatever skin, does not matter. Success does not determined by your skin color. Your success is determined by your self-discovery. If you want to achieve something great in life, stop chasing what others are chasing and chase what you are called to chase in life.
Oh my God.
We've been called to chase a particular thing.
Senyo.
I am a minister of God. I chase after health issues. That is why I am in the health sector. Somebody may be a minister of God, may be chasing money. That is the person's law. Me, I'm in the health sector. So anything about health care, I'm into it. Whether it is dementia, whether it is leg amputation, whether it is diabetes, whatever area in health, I am into it. Because I know that I am called to stay in the health ministry. Somebody is said to be in the boxing. So that is why they are always doing boxing at home. I am not called to be a boxer.
Senyo, you know, the more I listen to you, the more I miss my dad. I'll tell you guys a story. So my dad, there were two personalities to my dad.
Sure.
There was the legend and there was my dad. The legend is what everybody knew, and his stories went quite far. People knew the legend.
Yeah.
After the coup and his return, my dad became this very understated persona, and you would never know the legend you had heard of was the man who presented in front of you. And as a young girl, it was confusing for me
Yeah.
because I knew the legend. I had heard the legend. People told the stories of this man. But this man has become this very humble man who was not interested in, if my dad would put on a suit, then it had to be a very big occasion in a particular place. He was either addressing something. He went from a suited and booted man to somebody wearing political suits most of the time. Again, it was difficult for me. And I remember asking my dad, why don't you dress like you used to? Why don't you dress like the photos? Why don't you live up to the persona that everybody says you have? And you've taken on this new persona. And he says that what he wears has nothing to do with who he was.
Sure.
And it confused me as a child. It really did. His outfit does not tell anything about who he is. Who he is in the suit is the same he is in the humble state. The external validation doesn't really matter. He is who he is, and he didn't care. And it's taken me quite a long time to understand how much confidence that will give you when people know you to be something and you simply refuse to do what people know and to do what makes you happy, makes you satisfied at a particular time. So that was self-actualization, right?
Sure, that is it. Because I've written in my little notes that you must always, before you see somebody ask a question, let me answer the question before I carry on. You know, self-actualization and all these things, self-discovery, self-esteem, and all that. Someone asked a question, I'm not sure. Is then how do I discover myself?
It was
yeah. And I did went on a journey that if you want to travel to Ghana, you must first get a visa, get to know the country, know when it's the summertime, know when it's winter time in Ghana, and know when it's Hamatan time in Ghana. So now going back to that question, I would like to tackle that before I move on. Now, number one, you must ask yourself daily, who am I? You see, you can only get a question when you can only get an answer when you ask a question. And when you ask yourself, taking a journey to ask yourself, who am I really is? Am I Akosia William? Am I really Akosia William? Because when you ask this question, then you begin to discover that this is the passion I have towards food. And if you like food and you're always cooking, then it tells you that once you are discovering yourself, knowing who you are, knowing your passion, you are beginning to discover what you love to do without being told to do them. You discover your skill. You know how to cook. You cook for friends. You do party for people without even begging for pound. That is what I'm talking about. You discover yourself by discovering the skills you need in order to survive in life. You can't force. You can put a bird in the water. The bird will not survive it. But when you put duck or a fish in the water, you don't need to pray. You can pray and you can do everything. The fish will survive in that water. But when you put a goat or a dog in water, you can pray karababa dogodo. You can do all the shakarabalababa. You can do the kelewelewele. You can do the mato. You can do all the gymnastics. The goat will die under the water. So that means that our environment is as a result of who we have discovered ourselves to be. Because when you know who you are, you don't get involved in gossiping, because there are people out there who gossip. And if you don't know what you don't like, you think that everybody gathering is your group of people that you want to find yourself in. When you discover yourself, how do I discover myself? Number one, ask questions. What do you think I'm doing? What am I? What do you think of me? Sometimes I go on Facebook and I put a question, who is Ferdinard Lawson? Now, who is Ferdinard Lawson to me may be different from what somebody thinks of me. So if I ask an honest question about who I am or what do people think of me, I should be able to expect them to tell me honest answer that who they think I am. And I should not be angry because I asked the question. When you know about self-discovery, it helps you to reassess your life. You question your life, you evaluate yourself, you think about yourself, you evaluate, think, ponder about what you actually want to do in life. Many people are walking in life without knowing who they are. Without knowing who you are, self-acceptance and self-change can never be possible, my sister.
Senyo,
Without self-discovery, self-acceptance, self-change, you want to change, you want people to change around you, you got to discover yourself before people
Senyo,
can change around you.
Senyo,
Hello? Yeah.
Senyo, pause. Pause for me. Slow down.
Bro.
I'm listening to this thing, and you know, sometimes he is firing through some things, and my spirit tells me to pause and to highlight. Did you guys hear that example about the goat in the pond? That's what's happening to a lot of us, and that's why so many African people are in churches screaming and shouting.
Yeah.
We are goats, but we want to stay in rivers, and we want
to swim. Yeah.
And it's not working. But we are still adamant that we will stay in the river and we will pray and it will not happen. And we are busy sinking. We are drowning. But we haven't got the wisdom to check where we are. My dear, are you a duck?
Go ahead.
Should you be in a pond? If you are a goat, nay, you should not be in a pond. A lot of us need to pause some of the prayers and check our environment. And I love the fact that Senyo brought this. We have to check our environment first before we continue with the prayer. We need to know ourselves first before we continue with the noise, because we are in wrong settings. We are in wrong professions. We are doing wrong things. We don't have the skill set for the things we want to achieve. It is not in our making to do those things. And obviously, because we are doing things that are wrong for our personalities and our skills, we always need to shout. We always need to pray. You know what I've come to know? When you are in a profession which is your calling, and I have been one of those lucky people to find myself. And when I am in my professional setting and I'm actually rolling, it is phenomenal to watch. Because it is my calling, everything in me leads to that particular job. All the skills I have make sense in that particular job. But I've also taken some jobs before, which were not my calling. And I can tell you, the harder I worked, the more impossible it was. The harder I worked, the more impossible it was. I had to sit down, pause, and ask myself, hey, is this really what you want to do? Is this really what you should do? Do you have the cutthroat attitude to be able to nail this? And the day I realized, nope, I don't have that aggression, and this particular line of inquiry was not for me, that a total overhaul was required, was the day I began to find happiness again. So I wanted to highlight the pond example that Senyo gave. I want us not to miss that opportunity. I want you to think, are you a goat and are you in a pond? What are you doing there? Or Hima Daisy, what's your business in a pond?
That's right.
William, why are you in a pond when you are a goat? Do you even know if you are a goat? Do you know? You are a goat, but you think you are a duck. You think you are a fish. It's a pitiful existence, but that's the truth for a lot of us. Senyo, let's continue.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, as we're talking, I was going to play Satawale's song, but I think it has been muted, so I'll leave it. Now, then again, it goes back to what we're talking about, whether you are who you are. If you're a goat, you stay in the bush or stay in the pen. If you're a duck, you stay in the water. So it means that when we know who we are, we now redefine ourselves. We redefine our vision, redefine our goals, we define our plans, and we redefine our destiny in life. As the triple of my candle said, life is what you make it. The way you live your life will determine your destination of life. The way you begin a journey, will actually determine whether you get to that destination safe or alive or dead. You may not even get there. So self-discovery, as I said from the beginning, is a journey to self-uncovering and self-actualization and self-redefining. So if we want to redefine our visions, the vision that God has called us into, there's a vision for a goat. Oh my God, I don't know why this thing came to me. There's a vision for a goat and a vision for a duck. Even pigeon, even eagle. They are birds. No, not all birds flock together. You see, they say birds of the same feathers flock together. Your self-discovery will determine the people you walk with. There's a saying in the Bible. The Bible says that can two walk together except they be agreed? And evil communication corrupt good manners. Who are your friends? Show me your friend, and I will show you your vision. I will show you your character, and I will show you where you are supposed to be in life. What is your business as a health worker in a boxing ring? You are there so that when somebody is bleeding or somebody is collapsed or somebody faint, you can help them. But you won't find yourself in a carpentry shop or find yourself in some area that you are not meant to be. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So when you discover yourself as a footballer, you train like a footballer. You don't train like a boxer. Your vision is redefined. Your vision for life is to get into health sector. That is your vision. That is your goal. That is why we elect president of countries or prime ministers, for them to live the vision that they said they want to live. You don't get elected into political reign or political platform and then change the vision. And when the moment you change the vision, everything about you will never be respected, will never be valued. What do you think? What do you say of yourself? Who are you? Ask for help. Seek for a mentor. I'm going back to the mentorship again. I'm talking about vision because this is not, I'm not going deep. I'm just going superficial with this one. See, vision will determine the mentor you have in your life. Who are your mentors? Your mentors will determine the survival of your vision. If you discover yourself, discover your vision, you will now hand over that vision to a mentor that you know can handle it. You don't go to Kolebu when you know people are dying in Kolebu. You don't go to Roman Ridge Hospital when you know people are dying. My God. If you have no idea about something, don't pretend that you know it. Don't say I don't know it. It's a mentor will guide you to become what you want to become. If you are not good to be a nurse, a doctor, please don't get in there because of money, because you frustrate yourself, you frustrate the vision, you kill your dream, you even die before you even get buried. Many people's life have been destroyed. Many lives have been cut short because they have misplaced the place of appointment and place of vision.
Hey,
you see, vision is what determines the provision. There's always a provision. There's always a vision attached to the provision. If you don't know why something is given to you, you don't know how to achieve it and how to attain it. You don't know why you have a television plasma, but you think you break it down and put ice water. You want to make ice water in the plasma because it looks like a fridge. My brother, man, look, this self-discovery thing, it goes beyond the spelling of self-discovery. Because the foundation of every successful person is based on his or her self-discovery. You know your skill, you know your strength, you know your weaknesses, you know your strength, you know what you can do without being coerced or being prayed for. Many people are praying in churches. I don't know why I'm going to go back to that because a lot of us are stuck in churches whereby we are only told fire, 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 fire. What are you firing when you don't know what actually you are firing off? What are you praying about? Even the Bible said that watch and pray. You see, when you know who you are, you watch your diet, you watch your food intake, you watch your exercise, you watch your body, you watch your blood pressure, you watch your heart rate, you watch the temper, you watch what you don't like, you watch what you like, and you do what you're supposed to do to keep your body in shape. But if you you that you go, you eat any food at any time, and you are sick. You'll be taken to prayer camp, and you'll be praying some nonsensical prayers on you because you have lacked self-discovery. But the moment you know that, listen, I am the cause of my sickness by eating too much sugar, then I will stop eating sugar so that I don't get diabetes. You don't eat sugar, you don't eat sugary stuff, and then when they tell you, oh, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, you are a big fool. Faith is not foolishness. Faith is not foolishness. Many of my fellow brethren and sisters, Christians, we have allowed the dogma to, oh, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So you are not exercising your body. I pray. Now, you listen, as a health worker, you can't be praying 24/7. You must eat. And if you don't eat, your sugar level drops, and you become you go into glaucoma. You can have sugar level shock. Your sugar level will drop, and you can faint. You can die. Are we thinking about the Bible says watch and pray, not pray before you watch. You watch before you pray. What are you praying about? What are you sending the fire to? You enter into a church building, all you hear is fire, fire, and then you also join fire. What are you firing? Please, do you know what you are firing?
You are firing. See, this is the funny thing.
You must fire your ignorance. Fire your ignorance.
We fire.
It's not an excuse.
We fire the very audience the Lord wants to create for our blessings, because people say, it says that the Lord will set your table before your enemies. So you need your enemy so that the Lord can set your table, but you've bent all your enemies. Who is going to bear witness of your progress? Who is going to bear witness? There's so many of us who don't want to go through processes now. And so we are in church. We are busy praying against the very process which is going to turn us out into what we need. Hey, Senyo, we don't know who we are. We don't know who we are.
Yeah.
Don't know what we need.
Yeah. Because when we know who we are, we will actually have the platform to achieve much more. One thing I've come to appreciate the Bible for. The Bible says something that Third John. It said what? I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in good health. Hallelujah.
Oh, somebody says they are giving it a tool. It's gone beyond firing. Now, body tool. Pay.
Okay, that is fine. Now, the Bible says that I wish that God himself wished that we live in good health just as our soul prospers. So if we don't discover who we are, how are we going to know what God wants for us? You don't know who you are. And if God may be telling you to go to America, but because you don't believe in yourself, you don't know what your vision must give you your bearing to where you want to get to. So it goes back to our vision. Your vision gives you bearing, a bearing to where you want to go. If you don't know what your vision are, then everywhere will be your destination. That is not what God wants for us. God says, I wish above all things that you watching me, you must prosper just as your soul prospers. So God also takes delight in our prosperity just as he takes delight in our health. So if we fail to look after our health, we will die in the vision that God has given, and we will not fulfill it. Isn't that amazing that young people are dying in Ghana these days? People everywhere you go, it's gone soon, gone soon, gone soon. Why? Because people they are comparing their life. You look, my God, you cannot compare a cheetah to a lion. The pace of a cheetah is faster than a lion, but they are all wild animals. You cannot compare a jaguar and the cylinder or the capacity of a jaguar to what? A Mercedes. Every car has its capacity. The same way what you can do, God has given you that capacity, the strength, the enablement, the body shape that you have in order to fulfill your mission on earth. If we stop living our mission, then we take on other people's mission that will weigh us down, and we will not be able to fulfill the mandate that God has called us to fulfill in life. Self-discovery gives you the platform to identify your capacity in life. It's a platform. It gives you voice. Self-discovery. It gives you voice to project your voice. That is the reason why God has given each and every one of us the voice we have. My voice is not your voice. Neither your voice is my voice. I speak the way I speak because of the way God has made me. The way God has made you, don't change it to become like somebody else. Don't change to become like, yes, I can do that. Do you coach one-on-one? Yes, I do. I've got about 27 people I coach with anyway. Are you understanding me? So your fulfillment in life, your success in business, your excellence in school as a student. You are in school not because of sugar daddy. You are in school because of your destiny.
Ewo! Senyo.
You are not in school, my God. Student, listen to me and watching me. You are not in school to compete with sugar daddies and sugar mommies. Your destiny is at stake. That is why your father, your parents pay the school fee for you to go to school. Please, self-development is self-fulfillment. You can only fulfill life in this world that you have come only when you discover why you are in education. I'm speaking to the young one. I know they may not be here, but please pass it on. Pass it on. Education is the key that opens the window of greatness to everyone who embraces it. Education, education, education. Not sugar daddy, not sugar mommy, not slave queen, not slave hen or whatever. You are in education for your destiny. Your destiny is the reason why God has placed you in that specific institution. Don't go there and change the teacher. Don't go and slay the teacher and let them mess your destiny up. If you discover yourself, you cover yourself. You know when to cover yourself, not to expose yourself. Your life must not be a public gallery where people can come in and see and go out.
Hi.
You open your leg, you open your leg, that is not why you are there. You are there to study. Study.
Hi.
The Bible says study to show thyself approved.
Senyo.
Your self-discovery will determine your association, your friendship, the people you work with, the people you associate yourself with. Don't just work with people because they look cute. Work with them because they have something in their head to offer you. Not everybody can be your friend. Not everybody can be your friend. You are not happy not because nobody likes you, because you don't like yourself. You don't discover yourself. You are not happy in life not because there's the devil chasing you. You are not happy because you have not discovered who you are supposed to be. That is why you are not happy. Happiness is the thing happening around you, but there must be joy coming out of you. I love to do what I do. Look, I have my book around me, but I'm not looking into my book. God is downloading because I am always ever ready to download. You see, when God downloads, I upload. I am uploading to people. Are you ready to affect or impact your world? It's as a result of your self-discovery. I know that there's a time that I'll close my eyes in death. And when I die, look, I am not afraid of death. When you discover yourself, you don't fear death. You don't fear death. Jesus Christ himself did not fear death. Why? Because he knew who he was. He said, I and my Father are one. He was not afraid of death. He wouldn't have gone on the cross if he was afraid of death. So why must you, a Christian, who call yourself a child of God, who call yourself a tongue-speaking believer, and then you are banning the devil? I ban the devil. I ban the devil. Listen, the devil has been banned before you were born. Are you still banning the devil? What kind of scripture are we reading? Hey. When we say, they say, oh, you are young people. Listen, wisdom is not only in age. Wisdom is in what God has given us. It's a revelation. Wisdom is revelatory. We get revelation from God. You are not. Don't measure a man's age, wisdom by gray hair. Measure his age by the impact he makes on earth. What impact are we making? What impact are we sacrificing? When you know yourself, you know how much to sacrifice for others. You sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your resources, you sacrifice your energy, you sacrifice everything that you got because you know that one day you will receive a crown in heaven. My sister, the moment I discovered this, I don't care whether I get paid, I don't get paid. That is why I do what I do. Because I know that men cannot pay me, but God will reward me. It is God that rewards my sacrifice, God that rewards my services, God that will reward what I do, the impact, the challenges, the strength, the motivation I give the world. Because one day, when I'm no more on this earth, what will people say of me? That is what I'm interested in. That is the impact I want to make. That is the influence I want to make. That is the legacy I want to leave behind. If you know who you are, you don't care what people say about you. You follow your purpose, you follow your passion, and you deliver as God has given you grace. He said, my grace is sufficient for you. I want to work in the sufficiency of God's grace in order to affect my world around me. It's all down to self-discovery. Self-discovery is deeper than what we think.
Senyo. Now I called you 3 times because, listen, I asked Senyo for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just so he can introduce a topic so you guys know what he's about to deliver in his webinar. And you can see he is on fire. He is on fire. Now, this is what he does. If I don't know who you are, I have absolutely no idea what demons you are battling with. I have no idea what difficulties you are facing in life. But I have come to know that most of these difficulties come from you not knowing who you are.
Exactly.
When I didn't know who I was and I didn't know what I could and could not do clearly, I found myself doing a lot of things that were irrelevant to my calling. It was irrelevant to my skill set. My calling is actually directly linked with my skill set.
Sure.
What I have is adequate for what I'm called to do. The things I am not called to do, I don't have the skill set for them. And I found myself doing things that were not of my calling. And I found myself so short all the time because that was not my calling. And the day I discovered what my calling was, I found fulfillment. It makes a big difference when you know where you're going. Do you know who you are? Is my question, Antia. Do you know what you were born to do?
Yeah.
My question, Sister Lucy. Comfort, do you know the skills you have and what they are supposed to be used for? Because we all know our skills at some point. Some of us have a few more to discover, but we do know some of our skills. You are Kokonsa. Everybody says you are Kokonsa. No, you probably should be managing a media channel. And if you're managing a media channel, you will not be a destructive character. You will be putting information out. Your Kokonsa will certainly be useful to society. Do you understand? You are somebody who wants to find everything out. Maybe you are an investigator. And if you discovered yourself as an investigator and you positioned yourself as an investigator and people paid you to investigate, nobody will have a problem with your talent anymore because we will know who you are and we will know your worth because of your own discovery, right?
That's right. That's right.
Some people are strong, very strong. When they are in the streets, they fight, they end up in prison because they beat people for no reason. When those people realize they are fighters and they get themselves in a cage, they find themselves in a bout, they begin to fight other people who also are in the same line. The person becomes a celebrated boxer. The person becomes a celebrated kickboxer. The person becomes a celebrated fighter. But the fighter on the street is a destructive character. Do you guys understand? The problem is not the fact that you are a fighter. The problem is that you have not located where you should be fighting. And that's the problem with a lot of us. We are fighters. We are noisemakers. We just haven't worked out where we should be and what we should do. And it's a journey we all need to go on. And Senyo is offering to take us on that journey. I have been putting the link up all the way through. He has kindly agreed to run a webinar with me. We are running the 14th of July, which is next week on Tuesday. He is going to be imparting, so it's not an interview. I am not going to be interrupting his flow, and he is going to flow the way he is led to flow. And the beauty of this particular webinar is the Senyo has offered 10 of his books to the first 10 people who book onto the webinar. Senyo, can you tell us a little bit about the book so that people know what you get for free?
1 second.
How much it costs?
No. 1 second. Yes, sorry, I dropped my phone. Now,
No problem.
I'm talking about this book. I'm giving that book out for free. Now, this book talks about how to nurture your dream seed to grow, how not to get into a mode of comfort zone whereby you will not be able to achieve the dream, the vision that God has given you. You know, this book is loaded. I mean, this is my latest book. It is loaded. It talks about the significance of your purpose in life, why you are born, why you are who you are. It talks about how to identify your passion, your vision, your goals in life. It also talks about how we can pay attention to ourselves. Remember the title is nurturing your dream seed to grow, nurturing yourself to grow. And I've written underneath here that there is greatness in you, nature it. There's greatness in you, nature it. Brothers and sisters, this book is self-explanatory. It helps you to know where to commit your strength in, to identify your strength, identify your weaknesses, what you need to do to become successful. There are some secrets to success. There are no shortcuts to success, but there are secrets to success. Some of these secrets are loaded in this book. This book has 11 chapters. If you want, I can mention the chapters to you. Now,
Yes.
number one is the significance of your seed, the significance of your dream seed, number one. Chapter 2, identifying the right environment for your dream seed. We are not talking about the church's sow and seed, sow seed, sow seed. We are not talking about your seed, your gifting, your talent, your purpose, your goals, your business, your whatever. You can say how to grow your business. It's how to grow. I can change it and make how to grow your business. So how do I grow my business? Know the right environment, know the right people to your market group, know the environment, pay attention to your seed, the value of time. You see, time is a commodity we are not nobody to waste. Time is a commodity nobody to waste. You waste time, you waste your destiny. The value of time, the dangers of procrastination, sowing seed of discipline and diligence, how the success, the benefit of being diligent and being disciplined in the area of your calling. Be responsible and useful. How you are born to grow. You are not born to just be there. You are born to grow. Plant your seed and be patient. You see, emotional intelligence. How to be patient enough to wait for others to come and be a blessing to you. How to be patient. You have sown a seed, yes. You have done what to do, yes. But you must also wait. You see, you may have sown a coconut seed or whatever. Don't expect the coconut tree to bear fruit tomorrow. Then you must develop the habit of being patient into boisier. Wait, there's time for everything under the sun. A time of sowing and a time of harvesting. Wait for your time, and that time will surely come back. It must also be built on the platform of what? Patience. Be patient enough to see your dream come to pass. The danger of comparison. Why you must not compare yourself to others. All are in this book. This book, I say, it is loaded. To be frank, it's one of my best-selling books. I am giving this book out not because I thought I need to give them out. I'm giving them out because you are also coming on webinar to learn, and it's a seed into your personal life. You are not paying for it. The first 10 people who will come to register, look, a copy of this book is sold on Amazon. You can Google it. It's about £13.99. I'm giving that out for free, not because you have paid me more money. I'm giving out because I want my life to be a blessing to you, not only in my talking, but you have this book in home at your house, so that one day you can open it and read it. We are not going to be the black people that will say, if you want to hide something from a black man, you put it in a book. If that is the case, then I've hidden something in the book. Get it and read it. It's there. The success of your business. You're entrepreneur, you want to get into business. Listen, this is very, very serious. You need to get a copy of this book. I have published how many books? By the grace of God, this is not a book here. I have another book here. Sorry about the limitation. Self-discovery helps you to soar above your limitation. You are not limited by the failure of your mother. You are not limited by the witchcraft in your village. They may have a role to play, but if you don't give them the chance, do not do it. Don't go provoking people and then tell them I'm being hated. That is foolishness. Don't go. The Bible says that there's no curse without a cause. If you go chanting everybody, they'll chant after you. It is this guy. Oh, who made this song? He said what? If you live in a glass house, don't throw stone. Is it Bob Marley or one of those guys? If you live in a glass house, don't go throwing stone at somebody else's house. Discipline yourself. Anyway, another book I've written is How to Chisel the Gold Out of Your Mind. This is my biggest book I've ever written. How many pages? 300 pages. How to chisel the gold out of your mind. Are you into leadership? If you are into leadership, then this is my latest book. Pitfall to avoid in leadership and in ministry. Pitfall to avoid in leadership and in ministry. Many people are making shipwreck of our leadership because we don't have people to guide us, people to direct us. So all these books are there to help you to know that you can become somebody that the world is expected to see. Remember, you are placed on this earth to fulfill a mission. And one of the missions is to come on this webinar. And then we will talk about self-discovery, why it is necessary, why it is very important for your next level. And I pray that Chatawale's song will be prayed. I know my level. I know my level. When you know your level, then do what your level is expected of you. This is what all this book about. So this is the book I'm promising. I'm giving it out for those who want to have a copy. You can have a copy, but I'll be giving them out. You want to grow. I will add fertilizer to my seed. It's not speed. It's seed. Seed. SEED.
No, she is growing the seed, but she doesn't have patience, so she's going to put fertilizer.
To speed it up. Okay, to speed it up. Okay, I get it.
Have you seen fertilizer really impacted? Listen, until the seed germinates, your fertilizer is useless.
Exactly.
And so, the seed will take as long as it needs.
Exactly.
It will. The fertilizer doesn't really speed germination. Fertilizer helps the plant which is already germinated to grow.
Exactly.
To grow bigger, produce better. But the germination process itself happens according to the times and the seasons of appointment. It does not change.
Yeah. So I think our time is going fast. So let me just make one statement. I want to say something that self-discovery drives your vision. It drives your vision. And then last one I want to say is it helps you to step out of your comfort zone to achieve beyond your imagination.
Yep.
You see, when you want to see how fast a duck or crocodile or whatever can swim in water, you must put them in the right environment. You know, I discovered that the fastest animal on earth is cheetah. In one of the lion family. Cheetah. It doesn't matter how fast that cheetah is. If you put the cheetah in water, I guarantee that animal will die. Now, if you put snake, maybe water snake or whatever, snake in water, snake that live in water or fish, the fish can survive in water more than many, many years. If you look at shark, look at whale. So your size in life is determined by the environment. The size, somebody made a statement, the size of an elephant is determined by where it eats. The elephant gather its strength where it eats. So you are where you are in life as a result of the information you have, the lifestyle you live, the people you hang around with, and the knowledge base you have. What is your evidence-based life? Not only the Bible. Read after people, successful people, learn from people's mistakes, and make sure you don't repeat the mistake that they do. Life will only give you what you deserve. Life will not give you what you deserve, my sister. Life will not give you and me what we wish for. Life will not only give us what we pray for. Life will not only give us what we speak tongue about. Life will not only give us what we desire. Life will give you what you add value to, what you discover, what you pursue, what you change. What are you tasting in life? Your self-discovery will help you to know whether you are succeeding in life or you are failing. Don't stop where you are. You can get better than where you are by discovering who you really are. God bless you. So I come your way next week, the 14th. We're going to go deeper into webinar. And I know the Lord will speak better than I do now. May God use me to be a blessing to all of you.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Senyo, God bless you, my brother. I asked you for a small intro, and in fact, you have given so easily of yourself. I hope those of you who have watched have actually heard him. I hope a lot of you are as challenged by his sayings as I am. I am so looking forward to next week so that I can learn, I can be challenged, and I can grow some more. The one thing I am taking from this session beyond anything else is you can put a goat in a pond and you can pray all the prayers in this world, and that goat is still going to drown because the goat was not made for the pond. How many goats are in a pond and receiving prayer? How much shouting are you doing over a goat in a pond? And of what use is praying over a goat in a pond? What is the point? What's the point? That is going to have me thinking for quite a while. I am going to ponder over that. I am going to check my life to find all the goats and all the other mammals that I have put in ponds. And I am praying over because I've discovered from this discussion that's a waste of my time. So some of our prayers are a waste of time. Those prayers over things that will never actualize is a waste of your time. And it is important that you understand which things have scope and which things don't have any scope for change. If something doesn't have scope for change, you have to take the goat out of the pond. You physically have to move the goat and take the goat to a place where it's actually made for. And you will find the goats thriving. Your pond should have fish and not goats. Very important lesson for me today. Ifo, God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you too. See you next week.
See you next week. Thank you so much. See ya. All right, fam. So now Ifo is done. It was a phenomenal, lucky spring session. I was not expecting it to be that impactful. Those of you who said you wanted to see Senyo, Senyo is phenomenal. The first time somebody sent me Senyo's CV, I looked at it and I got ready to speak to this very elderly man because his accomplishments are incredible, really. I was expecting to speak to this very elderly man. I had psyched myself to go and be very, I don't even know, intimidated by this amazing old man. And I sent him the video link. He comes on and I almost asked him, is your dad ready for the interview? Hey, where is your dad, Senyo? Common sense told me to shut my mouth and allow him to introduce himself. And he says, hi, I am Senyo, and I nearly died. How can one so young be the owner of what I've just read? But there we go. He's a young man with a lot of accomplishments. And I think from those journeys alone, he's a great teacher because the things he's accomplished would have taught him lessons. And those are all lessons we can all nick and apply to our lives without making those mistakes. Yes, you are now referred to as fam. Mm-hmm. Whether you like it or not, you are fam. Okay, listen, don't email me, don't WhatsApp me. Go to the link, book yourself onto the link, and it's the first 10 from the link. So those of you who WhatsApp me the other time, my phone broke. I got a new phone. All those messages were lost. So clean slate, fresh start. Go straight to the link, book yourself onto the webinar, and the first 10 people will have an email from me asking for your addresses so Senyo can send you the book. It is an amazing deal if you happen to be in one of those 10 people. You get the book for free and you get to bring the book to the webinar and learn, or you do the webinar and receive the book to reinforce, whichever one happens first, doesn't matter. You will still get the learning from the author together with the text. And when you read the text with the author's interpretation, it will make a lot more sense. It will be more applicable to your life. It's amazing. So it's been my business these days to bring you phenomenal people. I am so proud of the direction in which this is going. We talk on Facebook and it's great, but it is even better when we do webinars because that is impartation mode. So this is a conversational mode. When they are in webinar, it is impartation, full impartation. And those who've been on the webinars recently will tell you how amazing they are. The experiences and the feedback I'm getting really encourage me. So I am discovering my level. It turns out that my level is the revelation of phenomenal characters. It is actually in my nature to discover some of these incredible people, and I bring them to you for your impartation. That's my job. I would not be able to tell you half the intelligent things these people say, but I am able to showcase them and to signpost them for you for your benefit. I found my calling. I know my level. And now that I know my level, I am so satisfied. I am so relaxed. Signposting can be done so easily because that's my calling. What's your calling? Who are you again? Don't tell me your name. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Have you found your calling? No, I'm not asking for your professional qualifications. We all have them. We all have them. We've all done things just to put food on the table. It's not those things I'm asking. I'm asking, what is your calling? What brings you fulfillment? What makes you happy? What stops you hustling? What stops you hustling? What stops you stressing? What is easy for you to perform? Your destiny is so fluid. You are so fluent when you are in your destiny performance. You don't stress. You don't strive. You are a cheerleader. That is your job. And you are a great cheerleader. When you know you are a cheerleader, you don't even attempt to get on the pitch yourself. You just cheer. But you are so motivational when you cheer that it's effortless. And the people on the pitch succeed because of you. Then you have found your calling. Hey, this your cheerleading job is a difficult one, especially the second half of it. You know your calling. Okay. I know my level. I'm also still looking for my level. I am praying that more of us discover our levels. A lot of us find what brings us joy and comfort as human beings. What is it that you are able to do in life? And when it's time for you to exit life, you know there is nothing else to do. And you can comfortably relax and know that it's finished. It's been accomplished. It's done. Your purpose in this life has been achieved. Your life has been worth it. What will give you that feeling? We all need to find it. Some people have found it. Some people are on their way to finding it. Many of us haven't got a clue. Many of us still don't have a clue. And it is those of us who don't have a clue in particular who need to come to Senyo's webinar. I will put the link one last time up. Click on that link. No, don't WhatsApp me. Don't call me. Click on that link. Go to webinar 398721. Go and register yourself. Put your email address in, and I will be in touch with you with the information you need. I will ask you for your address so Senyo can send you the book. When you get the book and you start reading, please do get in touch with me. I want us to do a group read. I want us to review the book. I want us to discover the amazing things that Senyo has hidden in that book. And we can share what we are learning as we go through it. It is really important that we do this simple exercise, automated using the systems. Don't WhatsApp me. Don't WhatsApp me. Just click on that link book yourself onto the link. When you are booked in and the information comes to you for your address, you simply send that to me and make life easy. Senyo's gone, so you can't ask any further questions. I hope that you asked all the questions you wanted to ask when he was here. If not, write those down and come into webinar, and you can ask Senyo when you are with him yourself. In the webinar, I am just admin. I don't really say anything or do anything. I allow the people to flow and to really download everything they have into you so you can utilize it for life.